Latavius, I want to ask you about just this rivalry itself. I know you've been in some other cities and had some other rivalries, like I guess Green Bay and Kansas City, as far as Raiders and Falcons. But what makes this rivalry so different? Saints-Falcons, you feel like?
I would say probably just the battles that they've had over the last few years. Obviously, them coming in and whooping us at home, and then us bouncing back. That following 2 weeks after that at their place was a big win for us to close out the division. So I think just the games, just the physicality, the way those games are both played. I would say that.
Do you think it's more intense than some of those other ones you've been a part of, or is it about the same?
It's about the same. When you talk about division games, division rivalries, obviously you know what's at stake. Your number one goal for a team should be win the division. So I wouldn't say it's any different. But obviously, I think there's, like you mentioned, certain teams within other divisions where a game mean a little more, and I think it's no different from this game here.
Right.
Next question's from Doug Mouton.
Yeah, hey, Latavius. It seemed like part of Teddy Bridgewater's success last year was how much everybody in the locker room seemed to really like him. How much of that would you say Jameis has?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, everyone in the locker room, loved Teddy, had a lot of respect for Teddy, but, I don't want to ignore what Teddy's ability and what he's able to do on the football field. And I think no different from Jameis, Taysom, what they're able to do as a football player is what's going to speak first off. But obviously, for both of those guys and Jameis, we love him in his locker room. His passion about the game, his work ethic. I think all those things stand out, and we love him because we see that every day.
Next question's from Amy Just.
Yeah, obviously Drew didn't practice today, but he was there, watching and everything. What does that say, I guess, about his leadership? That he, even though he's dealing with what he's dealing with, he's still there and doing what he can do from the sidelines and watching.
Yeah, Drew, he really wants to be out there, and so it hurts him that he can't be and that he's not healthy to go out there and compete. You're talking about a guy that's competed for a really long time and played at a high level, and loves the game, and loves his teammates and loves his team. So, I think that's what stands out, and the reason why he's still out there, observing and watching practice, and being present, because he loves his team, he loves the game, and he still wants to have an impact on the sideline being there.
Next question's from Amos Morale.
Yeah, Latavius, as a fellow running back, did it ever surprise you or impress you just how efficient Alvin Kamara is in the passing game?
If I'm being honest, prior to coming here, obviously I got a chance to play against Alvin in Minnesota, and thought he was a great player. But being here with him and seeing the things that he does in our offense, the multiple, the multitude of things he does in this offense. He has great hands. Obviously, he has great vision when he runs the ball. But I think what stood out to me the most, especially this season, being able to watch him, is his hands and his catching ability. It's off the charts, and it's rare for a running back. And so it's impressive, and it's the reason why he's continue to excel out the backfield the way he has.
Next one's from Rod Walker.
Hey, Latavius, what's something, I'm going back to Jameis, but what is something about him that you learned this season that you didn't know just watching him from afar?
I'm not sure. I've known Jameis now for some years, dating all the way back to 2015. So I knew the kind of guy he was. I've always known the player he was just watching him, but I think what I realized is him playing and being on our team now is that he's going to be consistent. He's going to be the guy that he is, that you've seen with Tampa Bay, that we see in the locker room, full of energy, full of passion, loves the game, loves having fun, and I would say just now being with him and playing with him alongside of him, I see that now. As opposed to, observing from a distance before.
Next one's from Andrew Doak.
Latavius, kind of going off of that, Jameis's attitude, is he one of those guys that not only, brings that great energy to the locker room, but also can have guys focus up quickly, where maybe he can be like a good quarterback based on his attitude in times of crisis, I guess? Does that make sense? Like, when Brees went out in that second half, is he kind of a calming source in any way, the way that he leads?
I was definitely, his confidence is through the roof. And so when you got a guy that comes in and has all the confidence in the world in himself and what we're going to go out there and accomplish, then obviously, everyone in that huddle, they feed off of that. So I think that's important, and so I think his confidence, speaks for itself when he's out there and in the locker room.
Next one's from Brent Martell.
Hey, Latavius, regarding Deion Jones, what are your thoughts on the way he plays and also his ability to maybe guard running backs, whether it be you or Alvin in the passing game?
Yeah, he's a heck of an athlete, high motor guy, runs the field well, and he's done it now, for a long time at that position. So a lot of respect for him and his motor and the way he's able to make plays on side to side on the field. So it'll be a challenge, obviously, to try and eliminate him from making those big plays that he's consistently made.
Last one's from Mike Triplett.
Latavius, Sean Payton has mentioned a number of times with Alvin Kamara that he has like a rare, unique intelligence among all the running backs he's coached.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, is that something you agree with? And if so, where does he demonstrate that and show that?
Yeah, I think yes, he does have a rare intelligence, because again, when you ask a running back to play multiple positions, there's a risk of things going wrong. There's a risk of a running back not knowing what to do. But with Alvin, that's not the case. And so not only does he know what to do, where to line up when you have him out of the backfield, but then he also has the ability to catch the ball, and that just makes him that much more dangerous. So, he's intelligent because he knows what they ask of him. But then Alvin, as a player, can go out there and execute what they're asking him to do, and that makes him really, really dangerous. And as we've all seen this year, he's been hard to stop.
We're all set. Thanks, Latavius.
Thank you.
Everybody, we have